Okay, we are live finally. White Sox rain delay coverage is at a commercial. I thought they had said they were going to try and get going around 8:15 Central, but it's already 8:12 and they were still showing rain delay coverage. But we're live. Try to catch an update here after the commercial break ends. Sorry, I just bumped the mic. Hopefully everybody's had a good Tuesday so far. I have. See if we can get YouTube Studio working here. Uh-oh. I hope this isn't... We're still in a rain delay. Let's see what they say. Oh, great. Still nothing there. Showing them taking the tarp off. Okay, they are taking the field, so maybe we won't be right away at 8:15, but we should be close. All right, after a lengthy delay, it's supposed to be 6:40, so what, a 95-minute delay. 54 degrees, feels like 44, wind 10 to 15 miles per hour in from center, scattered showers still. Trying to get this one in because they may have issues again tomorrow. Weather not that great in Chicago area next couple days, but the Rangers series Friday, Saturday, Sunday should be fine. All right, they got the lineup up. I'll have to check if there was any last second changes. This is not... What the heck? All right, yeah. Adrian Hauser is the pitcher for the White Sox. They just got him and signed him. I think he had been on somebody's minor league team. I think they said the Rangers. All right, still nothing here. Let's get the Sox defense up there. All right, can't show this. Now let's go to the box. There we go. That's what we were expecting. All right, the Sox line up with Rojas, Robert Jr., Palacios in the outfield, Vargas, Mydroth, Sosa, Elko infield, Hauser, Takiro is the battery. And we should be just about set. All right, first pitch is a taken strike, 95 miles per hour. To J.P. Crawford, the leadoff hitter. Upstairs, sinker, ball one. Oops. Apologies, just completely bumped the camera. My fault. All right, 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses low and inside. 2-1. Crawford, 271 average on the season. Fouls off a four-seam, evens the count at 2-2. Slide this down so I can see a little better. Slide that up. Crawford, the shortstop, 271 average, 764 OPS. Fouls off a slider, still 2-2, 86 miles per hour on the slider. Oops, sorry, I banged the boom mic stand here. Here's the 2-2. Sinker into center for a leadoff single. Robert Jr. fields it, throws it to second base. First hit of the game. Leadoff hitter on. First pitch to the second hitter. Curveball on the low inside corner. Taken strike one. The hitter is Jorge Polanco. 314 average, 10 homers, 30 RBIs. He's the DH today. Here's the pitch by the righty. Sinker to the second baseman. Over to short. Back to first. In time. 4-6-3 double play. Rack 'em up, as Hawk Harrelson used to say. And I don't think they can challenge because Sosa was blocking the view. We'll get another look here at first. Oh, yeah, the throw beat him, as far as you can tell. Good play by the Sox infield defense. Whoops, my mic stand's going to squeak when I tilt. That's not good. Sinker right down the middle, taking strike one. The hitter is Rodriguez. He hit the grand slam in the 8th, which was the margin of victory, 5-1 last night. And the Mariners win in game 1. Swung on and missed on a curveball, low and outside, 0-2, 83 miles per hour on the Hauser curveball. All right. Last 2 starts were with AAA Round Rock for, yes, the Texas Rangers. They're showing the stats there. Here's the 0-2. Sinker fouled off 96. We'll do the 0-2 pitch again. Here's the pitch. Sinker misses inside, 94, ball 1. 1-2 the count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Here's the 1-2. Way outside on a cutter, a little low, ball 2, evens the count. Nobody on, 2 away, 2-2 count to the third spot here in the lineup for the Mariners. Rodriguez, the center fielder. Righty against righty. Here's the pitch. Outside, sinker, 96. Full count. Let's see, what is that? That's what's showing. Okay, the lamp. Okay, here's the full count pitch. Fouls off a sinker. Do it again. So, yeah, Adrian Hauser signed to a 1-year contract today. 4.21 career ERA in 152 games. 7 seasons with the Brewers, 1 with the Mets. 104 career starts, 4.57 ERA. 6.08 and 2/3 innings. All right, full count. Here's the pitch by number 57. Another sinker fouled off, 95 miles per hour. And yes, we know Rodriguez hit the grand slam into the first row in left field in the 5-1 victory. 98.9 miles per hour exit speed, 365 feet on the distance. Full count pitch. Downstairs, bounced it to the catcher. That's a walk. So a walk and a hit. They had a hit. It was erased by a double play, but now they get a walk here with 2 outs in the top of the first. They being the Mariners. All right, switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh, number 29. 0 for the 4, I think, last night. Curveball misses low and in, 1-0. Raleigh steps out, adjusts the gloves, steps back in. He wears number 29. And again, the Nintendo Switch 2 patch on it's his right sleeve. Sinker misses upstairs, 2-0. So this is the 4 spot. The left fielder, Arozarena, is on deck. Should he reach? And he is actually in the picture. I've never seen a on-deck hitter that close to home plate. Fouls off. Straight back, 2-1. I think it was a sinker. "15 home runs." So 10 as a left-handed batter and 5 as a right-handed batter. Sinker swung on, edge of the infield and outfield. Mydroth at short under it. Secures the catch for out number 3 in the top of the first. So no runs, 1 hit and a walk. We head to the bottom of the first with the White Sox coming to bat. And I got to get some water. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Bottom of the first, no score. So the pitcher is Legumina, Legumina, right-handed pitcher for the Mariners. Mydroth, the shortstop. Rojas, the left fielder, and Palacios, the right fielder, will be up first. Then we got Vargas, Robert Jr., Quiro, Vaughn, the DH, Sosa, Elko for the Sox tonight. Righty against righty. The only switch hitter for the Sox is Quiro. They sent Baldwin down to AAA. Taken, strike 1. Hits a 4-seam past the shortstop into center. Leadoff single for the White Sox by Mydroth. A 1-strike hit. All right. Legumina, sinker, misses outside. A little bit upstairs, ball 1. Casey Legumina has a 4-seam fastball, sweeper, sinker, changeup. 59% at the time he throws a fastball. Usually averages 94.2. Upstairs on a 4-seam, 2-0, 92 miles per hour. Rojas only batting 158 on the average for the season, but limited amount of action. He's a lefty. The ump calls time. We already got Casey Lawrence warming up in the Mariners bullpen. They've Mariners once again have these like teal looking, brims on their hats, and their jerseys are like navy blue. It's odd. 4-seam upstairs, 3-0. Maybe because of the 95-minute delay the start time. Maybe they want to make sure they got somebody in case the starter's not more, loosened up. 4-pitch walk, and there's quickly 2 on for the Sox. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. No score. Oh, forgot to give you the defense for the Yeah, I got to take that. I blew it. Apologies. 1 second. Nope, I meant to do that. Apologies. Arozarena, Rodriguez, Taveras in the outfield. Williamson, Crawford, Moore, Tellez, Raleigh, the catcher, Legumina, the pitcher. I'm butchering that name, I know. Sweeper misses inside, 1-0. The third place hitter tonight is Palacios, the right fielder. 198 average, 573 OPS. And the catcher already went out to talk to the pitcher. Come on, fellas. I got to look at the radar. Hopefully we get this one in tonight. Late start in the Central Time Zone. Let's not get 53 degrees. Feels like 48 in the suburbs where I'm at. Still plenty of rain, I think, on the way. Looks okay in the south side at the Sox game right now. 4-seam outside, 92, ball 2. That's 6 straight balls after a strike and then a hit to the leadoff hitter. 4 straight out of the strike zone. All right, 5 straight. Upstairs, he calls it. That was out of the zone. Strike 1. Not even close to, not like a ball width, but there was plenty of a gap. All right, they're setting up high again for the 2-1. Fouls off a 4-seam, 92. Evens the count, 2-2. Left-handed hitting Palacios against the righty. And I did finally write down who the switch hitters are. Yeah, Raleigh, Taveras, and Polanco. Oh, yeah, Polanco already hit. 4-seam, fouled back. It's near the Sox dugout. Third baseman, and it does go into the Sox dugout, out of play. So still 2-2 count. We'll get an update on the rest of the MLB scores soon, too. Yeah, that pitch he called a strike was brutal. All right. Pitcher is set. 2-2. 4-seam fouled off. We'll do it again. A single by Mydroth and then a 4-pitch walk to Rojas. Palacios' count is even at 2-2. 12 pitches for Legumina. 4-seam popped up. Third baseman in foul territory. Under it. Comes right back to the line. Williamson catches it. 1 away. Number 9, the third baseman with the putout. All right. Odds-on favorite for the Sox to hit a home run is Luis Robert Jr., Andrew Vaughn, Miguel Vargas, all at plus 500. Palacios plus 550. If you're into I guess that's a prop bet. All right, 1 away, 2 on base. That brings up Vargas, who's been hot as of late. 4-seam fouled off, strike 1, the third baseman, number 20. 45 games, 239 average, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. He had 3 home runs in the 3-game set against the Cubs. Takes a sinker up and in, 1-1, 93 miles per hour on the pitch. Setting upstairs, 4-seam on it did catch the zone. Don't think Vargas appreciated it. 1-2, he steps out of the box. He asks about the pitch. All right, everybody's set, I believe. I guess the lettering is that teal. The outline of the lettering for Seattle is that teal. Sweeper hit in the air to right. Right fielder's under it for out number 2. Runners hold. Too shallow. So the Sox had 2 on and nobody out, and now they quickly retire 2 people. That'll bring up Robert Jr., the center fielder, batting 5th in the lineup for the Sox today. 186 average, 589 OPS. 44 games, 5 home runs, 17 RBI, 281 on-base percentage, 308 slugging. Right-hander versus right-hander. Oh, he took a pitch, a four-seam. That was sarcasm. Strike 1, 94 miles per hour, fastball. He usually is hitting away. I think his first at-bat last night, he took 2 balls, and that was it. Rest of the night, he swung at the first pitch. Fouled off, four-seam, 93 miles per hour, quickly 0-2. So to his credit, they're both strikes. I mean, not chasing any junk, but we'll see what happens here on the third pitch. Way outside, four-seam, 93, ball 1. Good take. Number 88 for the White Sox. Sox wearing their white home jerseys with the black pinstripes. The regular hat. Oh, he pivots to second, no throw. That's the pitcher stepped off the rubber. Mydroth is at second. Rojas, the runner, at first. Single for Mydroth. Walk for Rojas. Next 2 batters retired. 2 outs, 2 on. Swung on and missed on a nasty sweeper. Would have been a strike. That'll retire the side. No runs, but 1 hit. We head to the top of the second. No score. So 1 hit apiece, but no runs as we head to the second. And for the Mariners, it'll be Arozarena, the left fielder, Tellez, the first baseman, and Taveras, the right fielder. 5th, 6th, 7th hitters in the Mariners lineup. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the league right now. We'll get a quick refresh here. Any finals? Yes. Okay. Cleveland at Minnesota. That game is postponed. They'll make it up in September 20th. Final from Toronto. 3-0 Blue Jays over the Padres. From D.C., Nationals over the Braves 5-3. In Boston, Red Sox blanked the Mets 2-0. Cubs come back after heartbreaking 9th inning loss yesterday and pound the Marlins 14-1 in Miami on 21 hits. Had an 8-run 6th and a 5-run 9th. So it was 1-1 through 5. Pirates in Pittsburgh beat the Reds 1-0. D-backs Dodgers later. Angels A's later. Royals Giants almost about underway. And we'll get the in-progress scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do those later. I'll leave them up, but I'm not going to read them off. I'm going to get set for the next inning. And as a reminder, weather pending, we'll have game 3 of this 3-game set tomorrow afternoon at 1:10. And sinker line out to Vargas at third, quickly 1 away in the top of the second. And then Thursday night, WNBA, my first WNBA broadcast for the New York Liberty at Chicago Sky on local Chicago area TV. Not off of like Amazon Prime, which has some games on Thursdays. Sinker low, ball one. The hitter is Tellez, the first baseman. 196 average, 8 home runs, 22 RBI. Then we'll have game 1 and 2 of Rangers at White Sox coming your way Friday and Saturday. Strike one called. And then Sunday we'll have game 3 between the Dallas Stars and Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Finals in the NHL playoffs. Curveball misses outside, 2-1. Sinker on the low inside quarter taken for a strike, 2-2. Tellez is a left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher on the mound. Hauser for the White Sox. Tellez wears number 23. Hauser wears 57. 2-2, 1 out. Change up in the air. Robert Jr. barely moves and makes the catch for out number 2 in the top of the second. All right. Tavares, 209, 1 home run, 12 RBI in 41 games. Fouls off a sinker, 0-1. And he is another switch hitter. So Raleigh already hit and Polanco already hit. They have 3 switch hitters in the lineup tonight. Chase is a curveball, low, strike 2. Swung on and missed, I should say. All right, Hauser has to step off the rubber, clean his cleats a little, dry the ball maybe. He steps back in. Tavares is ready. They're setting up high and inside. Sinker misses inside. 1-2. 94 mile per hour on the sinker. Here's the 1-2. Sinker fouled and back and out of play. Still 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed on a changeup. 85. Strike 3. Retires the side. 1-2-3. Nothing across. Head to the bottom of the second. No score. Sox coming to bat for their second attempt. 1 hit each team. Sox have a walk, as do the Mariners. So 2 base runners apiece. Sorry. Okay, for the Sox, it'll be Curo, the catcher. He is a switch hitter. Then Vaughn, the DH, and then Sosa, the second baseman. So that makes it 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. If anybody reaches Elko, the 9th place hitter, the first baseman. Oh, yeah, let's get those in progress games that we missed earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think anything went final. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 finals. Yeah, none of those are new. All right. In Rays at home, just tied it up with the Astros. Bottom of the 8th, still hitting. In New York, Yankees up on the Rangers 5-0, and that's who the Sox play Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Rangers. Tigers in St. Louis. Game is tied at 4, bottom of the 8th. In Milwaukee, Brewers up 3-0 on the Orioles, top 7. In Colorado, Phillies up 3-0 on the Rockies, top of the 4th. And that'll catch us up. All right. Casey Lawrence is the pitcher. So starting pitcher is already out. The book is closed on him. This is now Casey Lawrence. What are we doing? Yep, Casey Lawrence. 1 inning for the starter. Right-hander. Changeup misses outside to the switch hitter Kiro in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the 1-0. Changeup gets the upstairs edge or top side of the box for strike one. 277 average, no homers, 10 RBI in 26 games for Kiro. Righty against the switch hitter. Sinker misses inside. 2-1. All right, Lawrence with 4 seconds. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Changeup. 88 high and outside. 3-1. All right, 3-1 pitch on the way. Fouls off a changeup. Full count now. Alcohol. Okay. All right, here's the full count pitch. Sinker in the left center, not short of the track. Under it is Rodriguez, the center fielder, for out number 1 in the bottom of the second. Whoops. Vaughn, the DH. 185 in 46 games, 5 homers, 19 RBI. Changeup outside, ball 1. All right, here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed on a slider that probably would have caught the low outside corner. Strike 1. First time batting 7th or lower since June 16th, 2023 at Seattle for Andrew Vaughn. When you're hitting sub 200. Changeup grounded to the second baseman, over to first in time. Ground out. 4-3. Quickly 2 down in the bottom of the second for the Sox. Bringing up Sosa, number 50. The second baseman tonight. 265 in 45 games. 3 home runs, 11 RBI. 651 OPS. And here's the first pitch from Lawrence, number 41 on the Seattle Mariners. Changeup low and in, ball 1. Almost said the football team. All right, here's the 1-0, setting up high and outside, misses outside, changeup, 2-0. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Setting up high, changeup, roped into left. That should be a double. Yeah, the left fielder not really running hard after it. Obviously the 8th double of the season for Sosa. The rain-soaked grass, I guess, slowed it down a little bit. Second hit of the night for the Sox, their first extra base hit. Here in the bottom of the second. All right, that'll bring up the 9th place hitter, the right-handed hitting Elko, first baseman, 167 average, slider, tough pitch. Taken low in the zone for strike 1. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. That's only in 8 games. He came up not 2 days ago Sunday, but the previous Sunday. Slider in the air on the infield. Catcher in foul ground gives way to the third baseman who secures it. No runs on one hit. They leave a runner at second. We head to the top of the third. Still no score. All right. Sorry, I tapped the mic there. Should have muted. Just need to tie my shoes. All right, so due up for the Mariners in the third is Moore, the second baseman, Williamson, the third baseman. Those are the 8-9 hitters. Then back to the top of the order for Crawford, the shortstop. And he is 1 for 1. He has the lone hit, a single for the Mariners in thus far in the game. All right, really appreciate everybody. The views help out the channel. If you're new here and you like what we do here, please consider hitting subscribe to Sinbin Stream on YouTube, and also press the like button on the video. Both really helps out the channel. All right, we're set. Here's the first pitch. Cutter misses outside, 1-0. Right-handed hitter, right-handed batter. This is Hauser for the Sox. Sinker catches the low outside corner, taken 95 for strike one. They're showing yesterday's starter, Davis Martin, who pitched a gem and got no run support. And terrible outing out of the pen for Boozer, blew up the game. 1-2, foul off a slider. 35 pitches for Hauser. All right, can we show the field? We know what Davis Martin looks like. I have no idea what's going on. No pitch clock. Somebody must have called timeout. All right, pitcher and batter are set. Looks like 1-2 pitch. Sinker just outside, 94 miles per hour. Evens the count at 2-2. Swung on and missed on a cutter up in the zone for strike three. One away. Whoops. Wrong button. There we go. One away. Yeah, Martin had his longest start of the year of his career, 7 1/3 inning, and got no run support. One measly run. No, they got that after. Oh, ground comebacker to the pitcher, over to first in time. Good play by Hauser, and there's two away, and we go to the top of the order for the Mariners. He had to jump up, and he ran it over to first and underhanded it to Elko for the out. So G1-3 on the fielding. Assist pitcher, put out first baseman. All right, from the left-handed batter's box, this is Crawford. Inside, 1-0. Had a lot of rain. May hear the sump pump running in the background. Sinker misses inside, 96 miles per hour. Quickly 2-0 to the leadoff hitter, who's 1 for 1. Left-hander versus left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Slider. Oh, they call it outside. 3-0. I thought it nicked the outside edge of the plate, but Curo, the catcher, really dramatically framed it. Maybe that was detrimental. Four seam. He thought he had ball four. He was reaching to take off the shin guard. It's 3-1. It was in the low inside corner, but it definitely was a strike. All right, here's the 3-1. Oh, low and inside. Ball four. Two away, but a runner on now. Hauser's given up one hit, two walks thus far. Well, the Mariners with two different pitchers have given up two hits and a walk. All right, Crawford takes his lead from first. Hauser's ready. Polanco, a switch hitter up. Fouls off a changeup. Looks like it got a piece of the catcher. 0-1. What are these stats? I'm not even going to read them because I don't understand them. All right, here's the 0-1. Sinker on the ground at second. Sosa gets it, throws it to Elko in time from short right field to retire the side. So no runs, no hits. They leave a runner on from a walk. We head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. And for the White Sox, we will have the top of the order. Mydroth, the shortstop. He's 1 for 1. Rojas, no at bat yet. He had a walk. And then Palacios, who's 0 for 1. Shortstop, left field, right fielder. And we'll see who's pitching. If Lawrence will come back out or if they'll go to the pen again. All right, let's update the in-progress games here. Astros at Rays, 2-2, bottom of the ninth. Yankees at home, up 5-2 on the Rangers, top of the ninth. Tigers just took the lead, top of the ninth, still batting, 5-4 over the Cardinals in St. Louis. Brewers at home, up 3-2 on the Orioles through 7 innings. Got a challenge going on in Colorado, bottom of the fourth. Phillies up 3-1 on the Rockies. And Royals at Giants, they're in the bottom of the first. Angels Athletics getting underway shortly. Same with D-backs Dodgers. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finals and a rain out. All right, we're ready for Mydroth. Oh, yeah, I could check hockey tonight. I think basketball, maybe? I don't know. We'll go through that in a minute. Sinker was upstairs, but it's taken and called a strike. 0-1. Jeez, this guy, these umps. All right, 0-1 to Mydroth. Slider just missed outside, apparently. 79, 1-1. I can't even guess at this. I just have to wait for the ump to make the call because I have no clue on some of these borderline. Slider hit into left field. A single for Mydroth. Leadoff single, bottom of the third. He is 2 for 2 tonight. Third White Sox hit of the evening. Come on. Leadoff single. We got to score here, Sox. Bottom third. All right, Mydroth takes his lead. Rojas is the batter. Left-hander versus a righty pitcher. It's still Lawrence. First pitch misses outside on a changeup. 1-0, 87 miles per hour. Change up. Looked like it caught the outside edge, but it's a ball. 2-0. And yeah, Rojas had a walk in the first. 158 average, no home runs, 2 RBI. Limited action, though. Setting up a little high in the zone. Change up. 87 fouled back. Out of play. 2-1. Rojas, number 5. He is in left field today. Again, Baldwin was sent down, and the guy they called up played left last night, but he's not in the lineup tonight. Forgot his name. 2-1. Throw to first, not in time. Good camera coverage by CHSN. Got to give them credit when they get it right. All right. Right-handed pitcher, Lawrence. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. 3, 2. Throw to first. Not in time. So he's thrown twice. I think that's all you get. So Mydroth has a free, big lead if he wants. We got nobody out. 2-1 count. Mydroth takes off. Pitch is taken on a changeup. Stolen base, but it was strike 2. I guess it caught the outside edge of the plate. Sure didn't seem like it. Mydroth got a good jump, and the catcher couldn't throw him out. Throw was a little high. They're looking at the replay. Oh, yeah, his hand's in there easily. Never came off the base. His 7th stolen base this season for Chase Mydroth, number 10, the shortstop. All right, 2-2 count. Nobody out. Change up. Oh, foul down the right field line. I thought the Sox had a run. That must not have missed by much. Dang it. All right, still 2-2. Mydroth gets back to second. Oh, man. I thought we had a first Sox run of the evening. All right, 2-2. Change up low and outside. Full count. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position at second. A single by Mydroth, and then he stole second after 2 pickoff attempts at first. Here's the full count pitch. Swung on and missed on a slider that was a hair outside. 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd. The hitter will be Palacios, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1. 195 average, 566 OPS. Left-handed hitter. Right-handed pitcher Lawrence checks the runner, delivers. Changeup on the ground between second and first. Mydroth around third. Here's the throw, cut off by the first baseman. And the Sox are rewarded with their first run of the evening and have a runner at first and only 1 out. Good hit by Palacios. 4th hit of the evening for the White Sox. Pulled it on the right side, just past the second baseman. First baseman cut off the throw. Mydroth slid head first, scored the first Sox run. All right, runner at first, only 1 out. Changeup inside, ball 1. And the hitter is Vargas, the third baseman. 0 for 1, fly out in first. 238 average, 6 home runs, 20 RBI, 21 RBI in the season. All right, Lawrence, leg kick, delivers, changeup taken upstairs in the zone, strike 1, 1-1. Showing Mydroth on the bench after he scored the first run for the Sox. Here's the 1-1, curveball in there, taken, strike 2, 77 miles per hour, nice break on it. Nice breaking ball pitch. All right. Here's the 1-2 to Vargas. Fouls it off down the third base line off the tarp. Ball person scoops it up. Still 1-2. One away. Runner at first. And the runner is Palacios, who had the RBI single that drove in Mydroth this inning. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Changeup low, just a little low, but way inside. 2-2. 80-mile-per-hour changeup. Still showing Mydroth walking around the dugout. All right, 2-2 pitch. Here's the windup. Delivery. Fouled a changeoff off his foot. Still 2-2. And Vargas does have a shin guard on his left, like just above the left ankle, almost up to his knee. Just for a foul ball like that. All right, 2-2 pitch. 1 out. Runner at first. Here it is. Oh, he fouled off a changeup. Catcher didn't hold on. Still 2-2. Might have caught a piece of the catcher. Yeah, he took the mask off and he's stretching. Again, the catcher is Raleigh. Raleigh. And he's a switch hitter. Ump gives him a little time. Dusts off the plate. Maybe it wasn't quite clean after Mydroth's slide. I think he's just buying the catcher a little time. All right, 2-2. 1 out. Man at first. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. Slider fouled off. Still 2-2. 78-mile-per-hour slider. 33 pitches for Lawrence, who came on in the bottom of the second after the starter pitched only the first inning. Tight spin on that slider, going outside, and good job of Vargas to stay alive. A changeup low in the air to center, a one-hopper. The runner had to hold. He wasn't sure if the second baseman would catch it. And the Sox have 2 on with 1 out, and they pick up their 5th hit already here in the bottom of the third. A changeup. He had to go down to grab it, 80 miles per hour. He was golfing a little bit, and he dumps it into to center to give the Sox 2 runners. Palacios safe at second after his RBI single. That will bring up Luis Robert Jr. 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the evening. Here's the pitch. And he fouls off a changeup inside. Strike 1. That was a ball all the way, and he chased it inside. I mean, I guess he's jammed himself in the inside. Like his first bat, he'll take pitches. Then the rest of the night, he's swinging first pitch. Changeup on the ground to third. Steps on third. Over to first. In time. Double play. Retires the side. But not before the Sox come up with a run. And we are through 3 innings. Top of the 4th coming up with the White Sox up 1-0. So 0-1-0 Seattle, 1-5-0 for the Sox. Okay, due up in the top of the 4th. It'll be Rodriguez, the center fielder. He had a walk, so no at bat yet. Raleigh, the catcher, and then Arozarena, the left fielder. That's the 4, apologies, hold on, 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Seattle Mariners tonight. And if you weren't with us last night, Rodriguez had a grand slam in the top of the 8th, and the Mariners won. That put them up 5-0. The Sox rallied and got a run in the bottom of the 9th and loaded the bases with 2 outs. And that was as close as they got, 5-1. So the margin of victory was due to Rodriguez's grand slam. All right. 010150. I got to make sure this one's right. Yeah, 010150. Yep. All right. Yeah, they're recapping the third. Mydroth led off with a single, stole second, then a single by, let's see, Rojas made it out. Then Palacios hit a ground ball between the first and second baseman into right, and Mydroth scored. Hits since May. Oh, they took it down right away. Sinker fouled off, strike 1, 93 miles per hour. Yeah, again, 0 for 0. Rodriguez had a walk his first at bat. All right, right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Sinker misses low, 93 miles per hour, 1-1. Evens the count to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-1. Cutter on the outside edge of the plate, 1-2, 87 miles per hour. Good pitch, tough to hit there by Hauser. Did I misspell Hauser? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Houser. Here's the 1-2. Outside slider misses, 85 miles per hour, 2-2. Sinker grounded right back to Hauser. He underhands it to Elko at first to get the first out of the inning. Another G1-3 for the White Sox pitcher tonight. Kyle Schwarber hit his 300th home run yesterday. And they were talking about the walk-off for the Marlins. Cutter on the outside edge of the plate, taken for strike 1. 51 pitches thrown for Hauser here as the Mariners hit in the 4th. Low on a sinker, misses, 1-1. Cal Raleigh 0 for 1, pop out in the 1st. 240 average, 15 home runs, 32 RBI in the season. Here's the 1-1. Swings and misses on a cutter, low. 1-2. He's got an armband on his right arm with his last name on it. I just realized that. Interesting. Oh, yeah, he's a switch hitter, right? Yeah, correct. Sinker fouled into the right field stands, or third base side, way foul. Deep, but way foul. Still 1-2. Here's the windup. The pitch bounces a curve to even the count at 2-2. All right, 2-2 with 1 out. Right-handed pitcher. Slider down the line in right field. That should be a stand-up double for Raleigh. So 1 out. Man at second. They get their first extra base hit of the game. Only their second hit of the game, the Mariners. Here in the top of the 4th. 1 out and just turned on it and roped it into right field. About 3 or 4 hops before it got stuck under the wall a little bit. not stuck, but it stopped rolling is what I was trying to say. All right, right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Cutter upstairs, 1-0. Randy Rosarena, 0 for 1, line out in second. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed on a cutter, 1-1. 1-0 White Sox, top of the fourth. 1-1 count, 1 out, runner at second. He swung hard at that cutter and missed. Knocked him off balance. Here's the 1-1. Sinker outside, ball 2, 95 miles per hour. I forgot to get water last inning. All right. 2-1 pitch coming up. Checks the runner at second. Checks again. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a sinker that would have caught the upstairs inside corner. Tough pitch. A lot of movement. He's got some good stuff so far. The first 2 rotations of the batting order here. 2-2, 1 out, runner at second. He checks the runner. Here's the delivery. Sinker, driven to right center. Robert Jr. is under it. He makes the catch for out number 2. And the runner tags and goes from second to third. So Raleigh tagged up from second and went to third on the fly out. May 23rd, that's Friday, post-game fireworks show. No, is that Friday? Sorry, that might be Saturday. All right, 2 outs, runner at third, brings up Arozarena, the left field. No, he just flew out. It's Tellez, the left-handed hitting first baseman. He's 0 for 1. Okay, why are we not set to go here? Curveball in the air on the edge of the infield. Second baseman Sosa under it to retire the side. So they get a double, but no runs. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Sox still up. Excuse me, 1-0. That's not it. That one. All right, I got to get some more water. All right, we're back. Whoops, I think the mic stand squeaked a little. Whoops. All right, let's take down the socials. Get ready with the base runner. We'll check the scores next half inning. All right. All right, we're heading to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 White Sox. Due up is Curo, the switch hitting catcher. Vaughn, the DH. Then Sosa, the second base. And that is 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Changeup taken, strike 1. And one of the trainers is scraping the starting pitcher's cleats. Ball 1 evens the count against Curo, 1-1. Changeup hit into left on the run, makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Vaughn, who's the DH tonight. He is 0 for 1. Left fielder was a Rosa Reina that caught the out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch by the right-hander Lawrence. A changeup taken. Strike 1. 87 miles per hour. Vaughn hitting 7th. 0 for 1. A ground out in the 2nd. 184 average. 5 home runs. Slider in the air to left. Going back at the track and under it for out number 2. Thought it had a chance. It jumped off the bat, but it quickly died, and Rosa Reina was under it for out number 2 at the warning track. That'll bring up number 50, Sosa. He's batting 8th in the lineup, playing second base. Looks like the wind is blowing in, I assume, or at least left to right. Yeah, it kind of just changed direction. So first pitch to Sosa, changeup, and he hits a single into center, 2-out hit for the Sox in the bottom of the 4th, trying to add on to this 1-0 lead. All right. So that'll bring up Elko, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1, right-handed hitter. And it's still Lawrence, the right-hander, who came into the game in the bottom of the 2nd. Lawrence has thrown 42 pitches. Elko steps in. 0 for 1, a foul out in the 2nd. 160 average, 2 home runs, 4 RBI in the season. He's only been with them a little over a week. Swung on and missed on a slider, 79 miles per hour, low in the zone. 0-1. All right. Lawrence is set. Here's the windup. The delivery slider misses low. 79. Ball 1. 1-1. All right. Lawrence takes a peek at the runner at first. We got 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. Slider taken. Strike 2. 78. Ooh. Pardon my knee crack. All right, checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch. Taken inside on changeup. First base umpire says no swing. He checked it. Evens the count at 2-2. He did offer, but yeah, he just held back enough. It was close by Elko. He's adjusting the batting gloves. He's out of the box. Now he steps back in. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner at first. Setting up outside as the catcher. Swung on and missed on a low and outside slider. 79 miles per hour. That does it for the Sox in the 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th. Still 1-0 White Sox. Oh, I forgot to say top. There we go. Oh, yeah, let's check in on the scores real quick. Let's see, what is that? 020-160. Okay, that's right. All right, let's refresh. Go over try to get through all the scores here. 5-2 Orioles. I'm sorry, 5-2 Brewers over the Orioles, bottom of the 8th in Milwaukee. 5-2 Brewers. Phillies up 4-1 over the Rockies in Colorado through 6. Royals Giants just underway, no score, bottom of the second. Angels, A's Athletics. Going to the bottom of the second, no score. D-backs, Dodgers, just underway. They're in the bottom of the first. Finals from earlier. Pirates at home over the Reds, 1-0. Cubs on the road in Miami beat the Marlins 14-1. In Boston, Red Sox blanked the Mets 2-0. Nats win in D.C. 5-3 over the Braves. Rays at home beat the Astros 3-2. Yankees in New York beat the Rangers 5-2. Jays in Toronto beat the Padres 3-0. And the Tigers get one run in the top of the ninth and beat the Cardinals in St. Louis 5-4. Guardians Twins washed out. It'll be made up in September on the 20th. So we got some finals. Yeah, we got a couple coming up. All right. We're back. A reminder after this. All right. Shows bunt. Pitch is in the dirt. Third base ump says no swing. Ball one. The hitter is Taveras. He's a switch hitter, hitting seventh in the order. Moore is on deck. Williamson is in the hole. Grounded to the first baseman. Elko diving. Gets up, steps on the bag. And we got one away in the top of the fifth. And just a reminder, we will weather pending again tomorrow. Game 3 of this 3-game set, Mariners at White Sox. Then Thursday night, WNBA basketball between the New York Liberty, Chicago Sky. Home opener for the Sky. They dropped their season opener Saturday in Indiana. And 1-0 to the next hitter. Then we'll have game 1 and 2 of the Rangers at White Sox Friday, Saturday. I thought it was outside. Strike one, 94 miles per hour. Then on Sunday, the hockey game 3 between the Dallas Stars and Edmonton Oilers. Here, coming up this week on Sin Bin Stream. Sinker, low and outside, 2-1. Starting pitcher is Hauser. They just signed him, the White Sox. Dylan Moore, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, is the batter with one away. 2-1 count. Cutter low, 3-1 now. 68 pitches for Hauser. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Here's the delivery. Sinker. What? That was almost... Anyway, it's ball 4. It was a strike. Next year, that'll be an out, I guess. Wow. That was Hauser's 69th pitch. I mean, the top of the break was at the top, as it broke down, it was at the top of the zone, and it looped in there easily, and it was still called a ball for some reason. That sinker is called for strike 1, 93 miles per hour. 0 for 1, a ground out. Ben Williamson, the third baseman, number 9, right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher Hauser. 70 pitches now as we work here in the top of the fifth. Runner on first, 1 out. Sinker taken, strike 2, 93 miles per hour. All right, 5, 4, 3 on the pitch clock, 2. Here's the delivery. Sinker in the air to right, and it's going to go just foul into the netting by the stands. So still 0-2. Excuse me. Hey, thanks. We got a sub. We're at 91. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, we're still 0-2. We got 1 out. Runner at first on the walk. 9th place hitter. Sinker on the ground to third. Over to the second baseman. Over to first. In time. 5, 4, 3. Double play. Rack 'em up. We head to the home half of the fifth is what I was trying to say, making us halfway home for the game. Sox lead 1-0. All right, let's put this up there. Wait, can I do this week? No, it blocks. Yeah, I'll have to do it later. Okay, for the Sox, top of the order, Mydroth, who is 2 for 2, and he has the 1 run scored for the Sox. He had a stolen base as well. And he's upped his average to 302 on the season. Then the second hitter, Rojas, the left fielder tonight. He's 0 for 1, and he has a walk. And then Palacios in the hole, 1 for 2 with an RBI single that was in the third. And he's above the Mendoza line at 205 now. If anybody reaches, Vargas is the fourth hitter, the third baseman, who's 1 for 2 on the evening. All right, so Legumina, Legumina, went 1 inning. Then Lawrence has come on and pitched 3 solid innings, only gave up a run. And meanwhile, Hauser, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched in his debut after signing his contract today. He had 2 starts in AAA for the Texas Rangers recently. So, yeah, here let's click on Adrian Hauser. So, 1 game, 1 save, 4 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, a 1.00 whip. Let's see. Career Mets last year, and then the Brewers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. All right, that'll bring up Mydroth. Here's the first pitch. Inside slider, 82. 1-0. Ball 1 taken. Lawrence is on the mound again. 1-0 pitch. Curveball in there. Strike 1. Great pitch. 49 pitches for Lawrence in relief. Changeup on the ground to third, up with it and over to first, and in time for the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Mydroth down to now 2 for 3 on the evening. All right, 1-6-0 and 0-2-0. That's correct. All right, showing highlights of the Sox run and the starting pitcher. Changeup outside, 1-0, 83 miles per hour. Rojas, a left-handed hitter. Again, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He does have a walk today. Misses upstairs, 77 mile per hour curveball and no swing, so 2-0. I didn't even think he offered at it. I guess I looked away too soon. All right, 2-0 pitch, 5 seconds on the pitch clock. 4, 3, 2, into the windup. Change up, 81 miles per hour, taken, strike 1. Just almost right down the middle. Just a little low of the center. Here's the 2-1. Change up, hit to right, but it's right at the right fielder. Caught for out number 2. Quickly 2 away, and the right fielder who made the catch. Taveras for the Mariners. All right, that brings the third place hitter, Rojas. I'm sorry, no, he just flied out. Palacios, MLB was slow. Hits the first pitch, a changeup, fouls it off. First base coach picks it up, 0-1. 1 for 2 with the RBI single in the third for Palacios. Lawrence, number 41, a right-hander. Delivers. Swung on and miss on an outside changeup. 0-2. So, yeah, Palacios, a left-handed hitter. Oh, it looks like the rain is coming. So, good thing we're through 5 because this game's official if they decide to call it early. Maybe it's just a light rain up in the lights. Changeup fouled off, still 0-2, 88 miles per hour. Because the batter's helmet doesn't look like it's beating up a lot. Must be like a mist. They're showing the tarp. Misses on a changeup, low and outside, 1-2, 79 mile per hour pitch. Wait, that's a. What does he throw? That probably wasn't a changeup. I'm just going with what CHSN shows. 1-2 pitch, curveball fouled off, 78, still 1-2. 59 pitches now for Lawrence, who came in the bottom of the second into the game for the Seattle Mariners. All right, 1-2 pitch. Lawrence into his windup. They're setting up high and outside. Changeup in the left field for a single. He's going for 2. And the slow throw, he's in there easily. So a 2-out double. Apologies. Palacios picks up his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 3. Sox have 7 hits as we bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Just went out and reached down an outside pitch, put it into left. He was hustling all the way. Good turn at first. He did a head first slide, but didn't even need to. All right, 1-7-0, 0-2-0. Here's the first pitch. A slider into the air. Center fielder under it and caught for out number 3. Vargas, 1 pitch and 1 out the end of the 3rd. The Sox pick up, end of the 5th. Sox pick up a run as we head to the top of this. The Sox pick up a hit. No runs. I'll get it right one of these times. We're through 5 and still 1-0 White Sox. All right, let's see if anything went final yet. Oh, by the way, in the top of the 6th, we got Crawford, the leadoff hitter for the Mariners, then Polanco, and then Rodriguez. Crawford 1 for 1 with a walk. Polanco 0 for 2. Rodriguez 0 for 1 and a walk. That's first 3 hitters in the order, first 3 hitters in the top of the 6th. 0-2-0 and 1-7-0. That is correct. All right, let's see. Did any of these early games go final? Looks like it. Still batting in the top of the 6th, and they picked up, top of the 7th, and they picked up 2 runs to make it 6-1. Phillies over the Rockies in Colorado. Royals got a run in the top of 3rd, bottom of the 3rd. They're up 1-0 on the Giants. A's pick up a run in the top of the, make that the bottom of the 2nd. The game is in the top of the 3rd, 1-0 A's. No score, bottom 2nd, D-backs, Dodgers. Early, let's look at the most recent score. No. Okay, this wasn't final. Brewers win 5-2 in Milwaukee over the Orioles. And we went through the other games earlier. All right, it is the starting pitcher taking the bump here in the top of the 6th. Again, this is Hauser, just signed today. He had 2 recent starts for AAA for the Texas Rangers. Changeup catches the outside edge of the plate. 0-1. JP Crawford, 1 for 1, single and a walk. Left-handed batter. Sinker on the inside of the plate. 0-2. All right, Crawford stepped out of the box. He steps back in now. Pitch clock rolling. Here's the delivery. Fouls off a sinker 95 miles per hour. Still 0-2. 76 pitches. 28 balls, 48 strikes for Hauser. Bounces a changeup. 1-2 is the count. All right. Inside, missed. Evens the count at 2-2. 94 mile per hour sinker. Here's the pitch. Sinker, a little low. Full count. 95 again on the sinker. 95 miles per hour. Right-handed pitcher Hauser, number 57, against Crawford, a left-handed hitter. Here's the full count pitch. Cutter driven to right on the run at the track near the corner and caught for out number 1. Just in front of the 335 sign. And what a run. And I mean, on the run for the right fielder and a good catch on the run by Palacios. He had a long way to go. He was playing him, straight up or maybe even a little towards center, and he had a long run. Caught it just in fair territory. And Crawford couldn't believe it. All right, that'll bring up Polanco, the DH. He is a switch hitter. Swung on and missed on an inside curveball, 0-1, 82 miles per hour. And it looks like Palacios has caught his breath. That was a long run. I think the wind might be blowing to that corner. Crosswind. Sinker way upstairs, 1-1, 96 miles per hour. 82 pitches for Hauser. Fouls off a cutter off the low outside corner. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Nobody on in the top of the 6th inning. All right, Hauser's set. Here's the windup. Four seam fouled off. It was upstairs. That's where Curo, the catcher, had set up as well. Still 1-2. Polanco, again, the DH, 0-2. He's a switch hitter. He's still hitting .308 on the year, .962 OPS. Here's the 1-2. Changeup on the ground. Elko scoops it. He takes him himself and retires the batter at first base for out number 2. Ground out 3 on the put out. All right, 2 outs. The third hitter, Rodriguez, the hero of last night. He had a grand slam in the 8th and a 5-1 win. Takes a sinker low and outside. Ball 1, 94 miles per hour. 2 outs, nobody on. Sox lead 1-0. Top of the 6th. Fouled off a curveball, or it hit the dirt and hit off the catcher's gear. And strike 1, 1-1. So the game was slated to start at 6:40. Didn't get going on first pitch till 8:15, and here we are. We're through 5. So if the rain hits, it'd be official. But right now we got 2 away in the top of the 6th. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Cutter. Oh, booted at third, up in time. 1 hopper, safe at first. Might be an error. We'll see what the call is. They got a runner at first with 2 away. It was a tough play, but it looked like if he fields it cleanly, Vargas should have thrown him out. So not a throwing error, but a fielding error. 1 hopper. It was a little wide. Elko got it. Yeah, he didn't get it in the glove. It went off his hand. And then he was not in time. I think that's going to be an error. Yeah, they called it an error already. No hit. All right, 1 error for the Sox defense. First pitch fouled off. a sinker, 0-1. So 1-7-1 for the Sox, 0-2-0. For the Mariners. 2 outs, runner at first, 0-1 count. Outside, 4-seam, 94, ball 1, way outside. The batter is Raleigh, another switch hitter. He's 1 for 2 today. 244 average, 928 OPS. Throw to first. They had him picked off. Elko runs at him and applies the tag. That is out number 3. Good pickoff. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 Sox. Good. Okay, the defense giveth, but they taketh away there. Gave him an error, base runner, and then they took it away on a pickoff. Good work by the pitcher and first baseman. No, not that one. There we go. Head to the bottom of the 6th. And 1-0 White Sox. Robert Jr., the center fielder, leads things off. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Then Curo, switch hitting catcher, 0 for 2. And Vaughn, the DH tonight. So we got the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Vaughn's 0 for 2 as the DH tonight. If anybody reaches, Sosa, the second baseman, who's 2 for 2, will be the 4th hitter in the inning. Unless the Sox pinch hit. All right. So a double by Raleigh on one of the 2 Mariners hits. A double for Sosa and Palacios. The other 5 hits were singles for the Sox. 7 hits as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Did we get any other finals? Probably not. This Phillies-Rockies game still going. Guardians Twins rained out, going to be made up September 20th. Tigers get a run in the 9th to beat the Cardinals in St. Louis 5-4. Brewers at home 5-2 over the Orioles. At home, Toronto Blue Jays beat the Padres 3-0. Yankees at home 5-2 over the Rangers. Rays at home 3-2 over the Astros. Nats in D.C. 5-3 over the Braves. Red Sox 2-0 in Boston. They blanked the Mets 2-0. 14-1 Cubs in Florida beat the Marlins. Pirates 1-0 blanked the Reds in Pittsburgh. Dodgers D-backs no score. A's up 1-0 at home bottom of the 3rd. Royals up in San Francisco 1-0. Swung on the first pitch to left. Back at the track and under it for out number 1 in front of the Modelo sign. No shock that Luis Robert Jr. swung at the first pitch, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Phillies got 3 in the 7th, and the Rockies still batting in the bottom of the 2nd. They got 1 back, but it's 7-2 in Colorado. All right, Curo, the switch hitting catcher, is up with 1 out off of 1 pitch. So the wind is blowing in a little left, center, and center. It's not really doing anything in right center, and it's blowing out a little bit to right. First pitch taken, strike 1. Robert Jr. continues his struggles. Curveball fouled off quickly, 0-2. And Lawrence is still out there pitching. Action in the Sox pen. Brandon Eisert, a left-hander, number 53, getting warmed up. 64 pitches by Lawrence. Here's the pitch. Changeup low and outside, ball 1. Oh for 2, fly out and line out for Curo. 1-2 count, 1 away, nobody on. Curveball in the air to left in front of the track, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 flyouts, or to 2 F7s. Whoops, apologies, forgot to put up the right bug. 2 F7s to Rosarena, the left fielder for the Mariners. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, 0 for 2, ground out, fly out, 5 home runs, 19 RBI on the season. Changeup taken, strike one. He's only hitting 183, and he's the 7th hitter tonight in the Sox lineup. Here's the windup. Changeup. Oh, and caught at the top of his leap by Crawford at short. Line out 6. We are through 6 innings. We head to the top of the 7th. Still 1-0 Sox. All right, quick break, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Still at commercial on the TV. Eisert, the lefty, is in for the Sox now. Top of the 7th. Good outing by Hauser, who they just signed today. Guy had made 2 AAA starts for Texas recently. He pitches 6, gives up 2 hits, 3 walks, strikes out 2, but no runs. And now we got the lefty Eisert for the top of the 7th. All right. Raleigh, a switch hitter in the right-handed batter's box. Changeup outside. Ball. He did checked his swing. Raleigh is 1 for 2 tonight. Swung and missed on a slider. Evens the count at 1-1. Raleigh steps out of the box, adjusts his gloves. He's 1 for 2, a double in the 4th, 244 average, 15 homers, 32 RBIs on the season. We got a 1-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Eisert delivers. Outside changeup, swung on and missed. 84 miles per hour. Strike 2 to the first hitter, or the leadoff hitter, I should say, in the top of the 7th. He is batting cleanup, 4th in the lineup tonight. 1-2 pitch on its way away upstairs. 4-seamer, 90 miles per hour, taken, ball 2. Misses low and outside. Changeup in the dirt. Full count. Come on, Eisert. Do not walk him. We got a Rosarena, the left fielder, 0 for 2 tonight. And then Tella is the first baseman, 0 for 2. Rosarena's on deck. Tella's in the hole. Full count pitch. Changeup in the air to center. Robert Jr. backing up short of the warning track. Caught in front of the 400-foot sign for out number 1. So F8 on the fielding. 8 gets the put out. 1 out. Yeah, they're showing highlights. Yeah, Hauser had two comebackers, made two good defensive plays. Sox turned at least one double play. I gotta check, maybe more than one. Change up 85 miles per hour low, ball one. Let's see, grounded into double play. The Sox did. Oh no, yeah, just one double play. Sox grounded into one too. Four seamer upstairs, ball two. All right, 2-0, one out, nobody on. Eisert, a lefty, delivers, changeup, taken low, strike one. Rosarena's a right-handed hitter. Do they have another switch coming up? Oh yeah, Tavares later. Four seam, high and outside, ball three, 3-1, one out. Fifth place hitter in the lineup who's 0 for 2 tonight. Lefty against righty. Here's the 3-1. Four seam fouled out of play. Full count. Full count on the first hitter, full count on the second hitter. I believe. Yeah. 11 pitches thrown for Eisert here in the seventh. Number 53, a lefty. He shakes off the first sign. Now he's set. Full count pitch on its way. Swung on and missed on a slider just outside. Strike three. What was he beefing about? Was he asking if it was a strike if he didn't swing maybe? I don't know. We got two outs though. Nobody on. And Solano is pinch hitting for Tellez. Yeah, I think Tellez is a left-handed hitter, hitting 192 on the season, but Solano's only 131 in 27 games. No home runs, one RBI. So right-handed hitter, I assume. I didn't look it up. Maybe he's switched. If you're a Mariners fan, let me know. Four seam taken just on the upper portion of the strike zone for strike one. So the sixth slot in the Mariners order. 0-1 pitch. Slider misses outside. 1-1. 85 miles per hour. All right, here's the 1-1. Outside changeup. Ball two. 85 miles per hour. Come on, go after this guy. Crying out loud, Eisert. You have to nibble on the corners on this guy. Four seam, I shouldn't have said anything. In the air to right, but Palacios is under it to make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. Bottom of the seventh. Sox still up. 1-0. All right, mid-seventh. That's correct. 0-2-0-1-7-1. All right, let's check in. Well, first of all, who's going to play first for the Mariners? Oh, for the Sox, Sosa, the second baseman, batting eighth. Then Elko, batting ninth, the first baseman. Sosa's 2 for 2. Elko's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Then top of the order, Mydroth, the shortstop, 2 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored for the difference in the 1-0 game so far. All right, so Hauser, then Eisert. It was Legumina for 1. Lawrence, the next 5 innings, he gave up the only run, but he's pitched well in relief as well. All right, so yeah, who's going to play first for the Mariners? All right, let's refresh. We'll just update Phillies, Rockies, and the other games. Phillies, we head to the bottom of the eighth in Colorado. 7-2 Phillies lead. Giants just got 2 in the bottom of the fourth, still batting. They took a 2-1 lead on the Royals in San Francisco. A's at home up 1-0 top of the fourth on the Angels in L.A. D-backs and Dodgers tied 0-0. I don't think any of these finals just happened. I think we've gone through them. Yeah. All right, so Solano does stay in the game after pinch hitting, and he'll play first. All right, Sosa 2 for 2, a single and a double tonight. Sox could use a leadoff hit here. Get some insurance in the bottom of the 7th. All right. Carlos Vargas is in, a right-hander for the Mariners. 18 games, 22 innings pitched, ERA of 3.68. All right. The right-hander is ready against the right-handed batter. Sosa. Oh, did he hit his bat or did he hit Sosa? Must have hit the bat way inside. Or did it hit his hands? I don't know. They're showing a replay. Oh, it hit his left hand. That should be a hit by pitch and a runner. Wait, what? They called it a strike? Oh, I guess that's part of the bat? Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. All right, 0-1. Gosh darn it, he just couldn't get out of the way. Pitch ran high and in on him. Sinker, that was in the zone. He calls it a ball. This ump, I have no clue. I can't. Yeah, Donovan Solano at first base. I'll just let him. I'll wait till the call is put up. Sinker fouled off. 1-2, 96. Yeah, on pitches taken, I just have to wait because there's been pitches in the box, the strike zone, that have been called balls. That's at least the second one tonight. And there's been stuff outside of the box that's been called a strike as well. I mean, strikes out of the box, strikes, or ball. All right, swung on and missed, strike 3. I'm trying to get the words out. 1 away. Pitches that were in the strike zone called balls, and pitches out of the strike zone called strikes. I got it out finally. There's a Flow Rida concert, post-game concert after the Friday, June 27th game. WhiteSox.com/concert for tickets. 1 out. Elko, the hitter, takes a sinker high in the zone. Strike 1, 98 miles per hour. All right. Righty against righty. 0-1. Cutter misses upstairs. 93. 1-1. Foul out and strikeout. 0 for 2 tonight for Tim Elko. Sinker fouled off. 97. 1-2. Come on, Elko. We need a hit. All right. I think we got time called. Pitcher's off the rubber. Batter was out of the box. Maybe the ump was fixing the plate. Everybody's set now. 1-2 is on its way. Swung on and missed on a nice cutter. Strike 3, quickly 2 away. But we head to the top of the order, and Mydroth is 2 for 3. Stolen base and a run scored. The only run scored in the game. Tough pitch. Low and outside, but still in the strike zone. Taken sinker in that same spot. Strike 1. 97 miles per hour. All right. Vargas is set. Mydroth is way outside on the box. Fouls off a sinker. 97. Quickly 0-2. With 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom 7. 10 pitches for Vargas in this 7th inning when he came in to relieve. Righty on righty. Way outside and low. Cutter 1-2. 94 miles per hour. Here's the 1-2. Sinker on the ground to the second baseman. Over to first in time for out number 3. No 1-2-3. Nothing across. We're through 8. Heading to the top of the 8th. Still 1-0 White Sox. Yeah, the second baseman was playing really close to second base. He made the play. over to first in time. So G43 on the putout. End of 7, 020-171. The error obviously didn't cost the White Sox defense. I think they actually turned a double. Yeah, they turned a double play after that error. I remember now. All right. Top of the 8th. And for the Mariners, due up is Taveras, the right fielder, and he is a switch hitter. Then Moore, the second baseman, and then Williamson, the third baseman. Taveras is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Moore 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but also a walk. And Williamson is 0 for 2. Let's see if any pitching changes. I guess it's going to be Eisert unless MLB is just behind. So Legumina pitched an inning, then 5 solid innings by Lawrence. He gave up the one and only run, though, however. Then Vargas worked quickly, 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts in the home half of the 7th. Hauser with a brilliant start, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Eisert with a solid 1 inning in the top of the 7th with a strikeout. And it's Steven Wilson, a righty, for the Sox. 13 games, 13.1 innings pitched, ERA 2.03. Trying to get the hold and get the Sox to the bottom of the 8th, still up 1-0. All right, Taveras, a switch hitter in the left-handed batter's box against the right-handed pitcher. All right, here is the first pitch. Misses outside on a 4-seam ball one, 93 miles per hour. All right, everybody's set. There's catcher setting up a little low and outside. Bounces a sweeper, 82. Quickly, 2-0. Come on, Wilson. All right, switch hitter, ready for the right-hander, Wilson. 2-0 pitch on its way. 4-seam misses upstairs, maybe a hair outside. 93 miles per hour, but 3-0. Oh, come on. All right, setting up right down the middle. The squares to bunt, but takes a 4-seam low in the zone, 92 miles per hour. Strike 1. 3-1 count. Leading off here, the first batter for the top of the 8th. In the 7th spot of the Mariners order. 4-seam in the air to right center. That's going to get down for a hit. Probably a double. On his way to second. We'll see if he rounds second. He does not. Stand-up double to lead off the top of the 8th. And Sox in trouble. Only the 3rd hit by the Mariners today. But runner in scoring position and nobody out. Top of 8. And the Sox have, so 3 hits, 3 walks. 2 of the 3 hits are doubles for the Mariners. All right, that'll bring up a pinch hitter. It is Mastro Buoni. Buoni? Mastrobuoni. Sounds Italian, I guess. Mastro Buoni. Buoni. And June 8th, we got Ray Durham bobblehead day. I remember Ray Durham. First 7,500 fans get, again, on June 8th, Sunday bobblehead. Durham played for the Giants, I think, after the Sox, if I remember right. Oh, joy. Cam Boozer with a freshly shaven beard. Still has the mustache. The lefty, number 71, is warming up for the Sox in the bullpen. And he is the one that poured gasoline on the fire last night. Gave up a hit, a walk, and the grand slam in a 5-1 loss. Miles Mastrobuoni, 205 average, no home runs, 7 RBI. In the left-handed batter's box, Wilson checks the runner at second. Here's the first pitch. Four-seam, caught the bottom of the box, but it's taken for ball one. This ump is just atrocious. His strike zone is all over the place. I can't tell anytime a ball is taken whether it's a ball or a strike. It's unbelievable. Four-seam fouled off, assuming it's out of play. CHSN never showed it. 1-1. Mastrobuoni with Williamson on deck, the 9th place hitter. All right, checking the runner at second is Wilson. Here's the delivery. Bounces a sweeper, 2-1, 84 miles per hour. Nobody out. A leadoff double, 2-1 count. Top of the 8th. Sox clinging to a 1-0 lead. Plenty of hits for the Sox, but only the 1 run. Checks the runner at second. Right-hander Wilson going to the plate. Fouls off a four-seam just over and into the camera well on the right-hand, first base side. 2-2. All right, 9 pitches for Wilson. 2-2. On its way. Bounces a changeup. Full count. Runner at second. Nobody out. Full count to the pinch hitter. And the 9th slot on 9th place hitter in the Mariners lineup on deck. All right, Wilson gets the signal. He's set. Checks the runner at second. Checks him again. Here's the pitch. Sweeper in the air to left. Under it for out number 1. Throws to third. And the runner does not tag and holds at second. We got 1 out. Runner at second. I don't know. They're talking about the minor leagues. All right, I got to set up this board. Mid-8th. That's good. All right. They're reading somebody's tweet. Jeff Cohen, AAA Jeff. I don't know. It's 3 paragraphs long. Hope we're not missing anything. Talking about Colson Montgomery of the Sox. Apologies. Just got back into baseball in the month of May. Don't know all the minor league guys yet. All right. Wilson checks the runner at second. He steps off the rubber, fakes the throw to second. We'll redo it. This is Wilson, left hand. Or I'm sorry, Rivas is pinch hitting. He's a lefty hitter. Or maybe he's switched. Not sure. In the 9th spot. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Four-seamer. Good catch by the catcher, Curo. 1-0. Can't afford to let them move up 90 feet to third. Leo Rivas, 313 in 24 games. No home runs, 3 RBIs. All right, 1 out. Runner at second. Wilson is set. Here's the delivery. Four-seam, swung on and missed. Strike 1, 94 miles per hour. Rivas steps out, adjusts the gloves. Number 76, Wilson working on the footing. I think we do have at least a mist still coming down in the south side of Chicago. There's been a lot of rain today. Here's the pitch. Fouls off a four-seam. It's 1-2. He's ahead in the count. Crawford, the leadoff hitter, is on deck. 1 out. Man at second after a leadoff double. 1-0 Sox. And Wilson steps off. He's working on the ball. Maybe Rivas called timeout. Showing Will Venable in his hoodie in the Sox dugout. 1-2 pitch. Wilson checks the runner at second. Here's the delivery. Four seam, fouled it off. 93. We'll do it again. 1-2. All right. Wilson looks on. He gets the sign. He comes set. Here's the 1-2. Oh, bounces a changeup. I think it hit the batter. It did. 2 on, nobody out. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 on, 1 out. Apologies. So a double, an out, and then a hit by pitch. Oh, that caught Curo too. After it hit the batter. Hopefully Curo's all right. The catcher for the Sox. And that might be it as we head to the top of the order. Will Venable on a mound visit. They might be going to Boozer. Oh, I think they are. Let's hope he does better than yesterday. Maybe the shaved beard will make a difference. Oh, boy. So we got a pitcher change, top 8. That's why the delay. Well, I'll just leave that up for the base situation. So, top of the order, Crawford, the shortstop, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Boozer, Booser, the lefty, number 71, comes in. And he blew it. He blew a game last night, against Cam Boozer, and he's still got the mustache. He shaved off the beard. He's 1-3, 5.94 ERA, 20 games pitched, 1 save. They should show his opportunities because he's booted. He blew one against Kansas City too this month. 16 2/3, 19 strikeouts, 1.38 WHIP, which is walks and hits per innings pitched. 33-year-old lefty. And in the career, he pitched. Wait, what? He's 33, and this is his. So I guess a career minor leaguer. They only have 2024 Boston Red Sox stats and 2025 White Sox stats. So yeah, shaved the beard after giving up the grand slam last night in a 5-1 loss. All right, fingers and toes crossed if you're a White Sox fan. No further comment. All right, we have 1 out, 2 on. Leadoff hitter, lefty against lefty. Here's the first pitch. 4-seam misses inside 94. Ball 1. Maybe a little high as well. Checks the runner at second. Here's the 1-0 upstairs. 2-0, 95 miles per hour. Way high. No comment. Oh my gosh. He's set, looking at the runner at first, which is what he usually does. 4-seam. That should have been a strike. Instead, it's 3-0. Caught the upstairs corner inside, and the effing ump called it a ball. 3-0. 2 on, 1 out. Come on, Cam. Oh, gosh. He walks him on 4. Upstairs. Bases loaded. Here we go again. It's Polanco. And then on deck is guess who? Rodriguez, the guy who launched the grand slam last night. Instead of Polanco, the DH, it'll be Garver, a pinch hitter. 1 out. Bases juiced. Trailing 1-0 in the top of the 8th. The ever wild Cam Boozer on the mound. Taveras at third. Rivas at second. Crawford at first are the runners. Looks like first base and third base are playing in. Second and short pretty much up the middle, and Sweeper just sneaks it in the strike zone at the top. Strike one to Garver. Career with bases loaded, 42 at-bats, 190 average, 1 grand slam. This season he's 0 for 4 with a run. 0-1 pitch. Four-seam, fouled off, out of play, 0-2, 95 miles per hour. Oh, boy. Come on, Cam. Get it together. 0-2 with 1 out. Bases loaded. Only 1-0 Sox. Seattle batting the top of the 8th. Misses way upstairs on a 96. They check with first. No swing. He did offer a little. Yeah, he definitely checked it. It wasn't, near the front of the plate. 1-2. He's set. Checks the runner at first. Upstairs and in. 97. 2-2 evens the count. Oh my gosh. Come on, Cam. Shakes off the first sign. Now he's set. 2-2, 1 out. Sweeper misses inside. Full count, 1 out. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. Tying run 90 feet away. Lead run at second in scoring position. Full count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Sweeper taken for strike 3, 79. Got him looking. We're not out of it yet, but now there's 2 strikes. If you're a Sox fan, the collective we. Tough at bat, and wow. He came in with 1 out, 2 on, walked the first runner, hitter, first batter. Sorry, he fouls off a 4-seam, 96, 0-1. He walked walked him loaded. Then he gets the next guy strikeout, looking on a full count. 0-1 on Rodriguez, who hit the grand slam last night in the top of the 8th. 4-seam inside, fouled off, or inside edge of the plate, 0-2. Yeah, we don't need a reminder. He said the F-bomb after it got launched. First row didn't go far, but it got out of here in a hurry. 365 feet, first row and left. And he had the trident, which the Mariners bring on the road, apparently. All right, Rodriguez steps out for the 0-2. They call time. And Cam Boozer steps off the rubber. Oh, boy. Here we go. Shakes off the first sign. 2 4-seams thrown in this at-bat. Has the signal going for the pitch. Fouls off a 4-seam, 98 miles per hour. Still 0-2. Tripping over my tongue here. Apologies. And we are 2 hours and 5 minutes into the game in the top of the 8th. 0-2 count. Boozer set. Looked at the runner at first. Here's the 0-2. 4-seam in the air to center. Robert Jr. under it to retire the side. Holy cow. Holy Toledo. Whatever you want to say. Bottom 8th. White Sox coming to bat, still clinging to the 1-0 lead. Cam Boozer made it interesting, but he got out of the jam. Wow. Middle of the 8th. 0-3-0 for the Mariners. 1-7-1 for the Sox. Holy cow. Got the guy who did the damage last night to fly out to center to end the inning. He came in 2 on, 1 out, walked the bases loaded on 4 pitches, full count, got the guy looking on a sweeper. Then got Rodriguez, last night's hero, to fly to center to end the inning. Wow. All right, let's take a quick look, get a refresh on these games in progress. All right, the Phillies. Well, the Rockies are batting in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 7-4. They already got two in the bottom of the ninth, but it looks like they have two outs and a runner on. In San Francisco, the Giants just added another one, still batting. They're up 3-1 on the Royals. Dodgers got one in the bottom of the fourth. They're batting in the fifth, up on the D-backs 1-0. A's at home just got three, head to the top of the fifth, up 4-1. And then the other games are final from earlier. All right, they're back from commercial. Just a reminder, tomorrow we'll have game 3. Again, weather could be an issue. This game was delayed by 95 minutes from 6:40 Central to 8:15. Then Thursday night, the Chicago Sky home opener. They lost their road game on Saturday. And we have a new pitcher, Gabe Spire, a lefty for the Mariners. We'll get back to this later. Lefty delivers, fouled off. Slater. Oh, yeah, the guy who played left last night. He pinch hits for Rojas. Leo Rivas is at second, and Miles Mastrobuoni is at third for the Mariners. All right, 0-1 pitch to Slater. Slider taken, strike 2. So lefty against a righty. 227 average for Austin Slater in 9 games. He just got back from injury, I think. 1 homer, 1 RBI. Left-handed pitcher Spire. Here's the delivery. Way upstairs. Ball 1, 1-2. 94 mile per hour fastball. All right. The Spire, the lefty, is set. Here's the windup, the pitch. Fouls off a 4-seam, 93. Do it again. 1-2. So Slater, that means Palacios, the right fielder, is on deck. And Vargas, the third baseman, is in the hole. Slater, the leadoff hitter, in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 1-2. Oh, swung on and missed on a low slider. Strike 3 for out number 1. Ugh. He needs some batting practice. He has not looked good at the plate last night and tonight. Well, Sox really could use some insurance runs here. Top of the 8th was a little too interesting. We'll see what happens with 1 out. Maybe they can get a rally going. And thank you to my subscribers. We got to 91 tonight. Slider swung on and missed inside 0-1. If you're new, please consider hitting subscribe to Sinbin Stream on YouTube. And if you like what we do, please click the like button on the video. Thanks for watching, though. Slider misses low and in, evens the count 1-1. The hitter is Taylor, number 21, pinch hitting for Palacios. So he'll remain in the game at right, and Slater will take over in left. 1 out, 1-1 pitch to the right-hander. Swung on and missed 4-seam up in the zone. Strike 2. And Jordan Leisure is up in the Sox bullpen, a righty, number 49. Here's the 1-2. 4-seam. Didn't swing. Could have called it a strike. It caught the outside top of the edge, the zone. Should have been called a strike. Evens the count, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Inside, just missed. Full count, 4-seamer, 94 miles per hour. 10 pitches by Spire. We got 1 out and a full count. Lefty against righty. Here's the pitch. 4-seam. He thought he had ball 4. It was in the lower corner. I don't know what he thought. Taken, strike 3. That was... I don't know what Taylor was doing. I don't know why you don't just let Palacios face the lefty. Taylor's under 200. Well, Palacios is just over 200 after 2 for 3 today. So maybe I'm wrong. All right, we got two away in the 8th. Four seam taken, strike one, 94 miles per hour. This is Vargas. He's the 4th hitter in the lineup. He is 1 for 3 today. Swung on and missed on an inside four-seamer. Strike two. Looked like he injured himself on the swing. He's calling time as he walks back. He went over the plate. Yeah. I don't know what he hurt. Maybe something lower body. Yeah, he was grabbing at his right leg. All right, he's back in the box. 10 seconds on the pitch clock. 0-2 pitch. Ooh, no, it should have been upstairs. Should have been ball one. Instead, he calls him out. Strike three. Vargas does not like the call. That was upstairs. It was above the line, but quickly the Sox, 1-2-3, nothing across. We're through 8. Top of the 9th coming up. 1-0 Sox. Wow. End of the 8th. All right. And we'll see if they bring in, I assume that Jordan Leisure is coming in to try and nail this one down in the 9th, the right-hander. For the, what is going on with it? I need that. Okay, so in the order, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. The 4th place hitter, Raleigh, the switch hitting catcher. Then the left fielder, Rosarena. And then Solano, who pinch hit and then stayed in the game at first for Tellez. So the 4, 5, 6 spots in the order. So Raleigh is a switch hitter. And yeah, the rest are, I think Solano's a righty. Not sure about a Rosarena. So we'll see if there's any pinch hitters. All right. Baseball box score. That's good. All right. Well, here we go. Top of the 9th. And a reminder this week, Game 3, weather pending, tomorrow afternoon at 1:10, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. New York Liberty at Chicago Sky, WNBA basketball. Then Game 1 and 2, Friday and Saturday, the Sox host the Rangers. And then Sunday afternoon, we'll have the Game 3 of the hockey, the Western Conference Finals at 3 p.m. Dallas Stars at Edmonton Oilers. All right, Jordan Leisure. Yeah, Slater takes over on left, Taylor in right. And Jordan Leisure on the mound. Against a switch hitter. Here's the first pitch. Four-seamer popped and chased near the dugout, but into the stands. Foul ball, strike one. Yep. Seattle tomorrow for the Sox. Off day this Thursday and next Thursday. Have 3 games against Texas, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they're in New York to take on the Mets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then the Orioles next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we'll keep our Sin Bin stream schedule updated. Okay, 0-1 to the leadoff hitter, top of the 9th. Jordan Leisure delivers. Oh, way inside. Almost hit him on a slider, 89. Raleigh gets out of there. Wow. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Yeah, that almost got him on the left leg above the knee. Just got out of the way. Here's the pitch. Way outside and high. Splitter, 87 miles per hour. 2-1. 1 for 3, a double in the 4th. 243 average, 15 homers and 32 RBI for the switch hitter, Raleigh. In the left-handed batter's box against the righty, Jordan Leisure. Here's the pitch. Slider, he fouls it off his foot, and he's down. 2-2. He has not gotten up. Fouled it off of his right ankle. Ouch. Hopefully it got the little shin guard he has. I think he had it turned just perfectly a little bit inside. That still got to hurt, even with some batting. All right, 2-2. This is the leadoff hitter for the top of the ninth. So nobody on, nobody out. Right-handed Jordan Leisure on in relief. All right. Raleigh finally steps back into the batter's box. Leisure is set. They want the ball a little outside. Four seam in the air, on the run and left. The third baseman near the line catches it for out number one. Vargas with the pop-out catch in short left. One away. That'll bring up the left fielder unless they pinch hit Rosarena. 0 for 3 with a strikeout, 231 average, 772 OPS. Line out, fly out, strikeout. 6 home runs, 21 RBI for the right-handed hitter. Upstairs, way upstairs, ball one, 97 mile per hour, four seam. Yeah, this is the guy that had that trap, I think, in the last night's game. They called an out and left. All right, here's the 1-0. Slider, low in the zone, called. Strike one, 89 miles per hour. Never know what this guy's strike zone tonight. It's been all over the place. All right, 1-1, one out, nobody on. Righty against righty. Way high and outside. 2-1, 97 miles per hour. As Will Venable, the White Sox manager, looks on from the Sox dugout. Here's the 2-1, way outside, a little low, 96, 3-1. Oh my gosh. Here we go. S 5 seconds on the pitch clock. Leisure set, too. Here's the pitch. Four seam taken. Strike two as Rosarena stepped out of the box while the pitch was on its way. Full count. One away. Nobody on. 10 pitches thrown by Jordan Leisure here in the top of the ninth. Right-handed hitter, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. We'll do the 3-2 again. 97 miles per hour on a fastball. Up in the zone. Top corner inside. Number 49. Jordan Leisure wants a fresh baseball. Sox fans cheering from the stands, trying to get this 1-0 lead to hold here in the top of the ninth. Here's the payoff pitch. Oh, swung on and missed on a slider outside. 2 away. Mariners down to their last out in the game. What button did I just hit? There we go. So 2 outs. Nobody on. The first baseman slot, Solano, pinch hit. He's 0 for 1, and he stayed in and played defense at first. And it is Solano. Right-hander against right-hander. Bounces a slider low for ball one. No. I just messed up. All right. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, 97, 2-0. 0 for 1, a fly out in the 7th for Donovan Solano, number 39, a first baseman. 129 average, 1 RBI. 2-0 pitch. Taken right down the middle, strike one, 96 miles per hour, four-seam fastball. Leisure set 2-1 on its way. Four seam into left. That's going to be a double in the corner. And stand up double with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Second double this season. Come on. That'll bring up Tavares, who's 1 for 3 and also a switch hitter. How do you give up a double to this guy? Oh, boy. All right. Fourth hit for the Mariners as we got 2 outs on the top of the ninth. Carroll comes out to talk to Jordan Leisure. Vargas was in from third, too. Yeah, this game started at 8:15. 95-minute delay. So we're only 2 hours and we're approaching 25 minutes. All right. Runner at second. 2 away. Here's the pitch to the switch hitter. Taken. 4-seam. High in the zone for strike 1. Right. Yeah. No, we've had some mid-inning pitching changes. Not a lot of walks, so pretty average game so far thus far. 4-seam outside 98. Ball 1. 1-1. Tavares switch hitter 1 for 3 and a strikeout. Right-handed Jordan Leisure checks the runner at second, delivers high and outside, 87-mile-per-hour splitter. Ball 2. Digging in at the mound. Get better footing for the right-hander, number 49, Jordan Leisure. He is set. Checks the runner. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 4-seamer at the top of the zone, and the fans should be on their feet cheering. Seattle Mariners down to their last strike. He swung under that pitch, and we have some faithful in attendance after 95-minute rain delay. Instead of a 6:40 start, it was about 8:15 Central Time. Come on, Leisure. He's thrown 20 pitches thus far in the top of the ninth. 2-2, 2 outs. Tying run at second. All right. Curo is pounding the dirt. Sets up outside, misses 98 miles per hour. Full count. So the runner will get to take off here. Oh, boy. Got to make it interesting. 3-2. Leisure set. Checks the runner at second. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it off. We'll do it again. 97. Would have been just on the edge of the outside edge of the plate. And we are at 2 hours and 25 minutes right now. Full count. 2 away. Tying run at second. Right-hander versus switch hitter. Checks the runner. Here's the set. The throw. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. A slider. And that's a White Sox winner. And apologies for pegging the audio there. Oh, wow. They hang on for a 1-0 win. Unbelievable. Pitiful offense again, but this time 1 run was enough to win. 0-4-0 for the Mariners. 88 on that slider. It would have been a called strike on the low outside corner. Who knows with this ump? He was all over the place tonight. 1-7-1 for the Sox. So newcomer just signed today. Hauser gets the win. Adrian Hauser, a right-hander. He made 2 AAA starts recently for the Texas Rangers. He pitches 6 solid innings, only gives up 2 hits, no runs, walked 3, 2 strikeouts. Hold for Eisert, scoreless inning. Hold for Wilson, Third of an inning. Boozer, after being the GOAT, and I don't mean greatest of all time, I meant he gave up a grand slam yesterday, gets revenge on Rodriguez today after walking the bases loaded. He got the next 2 outs, including Rodriguez. And then Leisure pitches a one-hit ninth with 2 strikeouts to get the win. Thanks, Bubba. All right, so Seattle 0. I'm sure the fans in attendance were excited. All right. They made it interesting, the bullpen, but they come through. And the loss goes to Lawrence, who pitched 5 solid relief innings after the starter went 1. Gave up 6 hits and only 1 run. It was a walk and a stolen base and another hit. That's all the Sox needed. And let's see. I got to update these other graphics real quick. That drops Seattle to 27-20. Sox improved to 15-34, which makes them 8-11 for the month of May. Weather pending, they'll get a chance at another series win tomorrow. So the Sox lone run was in the 3rd. They did make an error, but they made up for it on defense. They turned a double play after the error. So they out-hit the Mariners 7-4. No home runs for either team tonight. No triples either, just singles and doubles. All right, that'll do it. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far and haven't already done so, click the like button on the video. The views help the channel, so does clicking the like button. And if you would be so kind, consider hitting the subscribe button to Sin Bin Stream on YouTube. Thanks so much. We got 2 more today. We got to 91 subs. That'll do it. We'll see you tomorrow. Start the stream at 1:05. If there's any weather delays, I'll try to post as well. Then tune back in Thursday night at 7 p.m. We'll have WNBA between the New York Liberty and Chicago Sky. Sox have a travel day that day. Then we'll have game 1 and 2 Friday, Saturday as they take on the Rangers Friday night, Saturday afternoon. And then game 3 of the Dallas Stars at Edmonton Oilers, Western Conference Finals in the NHL playoffs, 3 p.m. Central. That'll do it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good evening. Until next time, we'll see ya. This is Sin Bin Stream signing out. Take care and bye-bye.